Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of What to Eat. Today we're at Marugame Udon at the Green Hills Shopping Center in the Philippines. We stumbled upon this place after a busy day of shopping. We're really starving right now and we were surprised to see this restaurant here. So come check us out. We're gonna try out their different dishes here at Marugame Udon. So for our first dish, we'll be trying out the beef udon soup. Look at that. It's a decent sized bowl. There's thick strips of udon noodles with some fatty beef strips, and the broth looks very rich. Look at that, guys. Nice and oily goodness right there, with some crunch toppings, scallions, and it also looks like there's onions in the broth. So before we get started, I'm gonna try the broth out first. This is the key to the dish. So cheers. Super flavorful. Wow, that is really good. Just the right amount of saltiness to it. I love the combination of the crunch topping. The noodles are really bouncy too. Oh man, it's gonna make me fall asleep right now. Now let's try out this cuts of beef. Look at that. It pretty much melts in my mouth right away. Solid start. Next we're gonna try out the bukake udon soup. Beef udon soup. This one is a different dish because it doesn't have that much broth. It's very concentrated, as you can see. It's also a soy sauce based noodle dish. They also have the scallions and the crunch topping that you can put on yourself. I'm gonna give this a quick mix. First time I tried a non-soupy udon soup. Okay, let's start out with the noodles. Cheers. As you can tell, it is concentrated. For those that don't like soupy dishes, this is the right dish for you. The noodles are also the same. They dip it into hot water to cook it, rapidly cook it. Let's see how the beef tastes like. That is really good. Pretty unique. So I definitely get this one. I like this one better than the beef udon soup. The soup is more flavorful than the other one. Had a touch of sweetness to it. So it's a salty and sweet soup. It complements it really well with the beef. This one is a winner right here. Our third dish is the chicken katsu curry with some rice. I also see some little pickled radishes over here on the side, potatoes, carrots, and this Japanese curry sauce. Chicken looks nice and crisp. Oh, look at that. It looks very moist. Only a thin coating of katsu, so it's not super bready, and the meat is thin and juicy. Cheers. Surprisingly, the thigh meat is not super juicy. It's a little bit dry. The coating helps it, but the chicken thigh reminds me of chicken breast for some reason. I think it's been sitting out for too long. I wish I could have had a fresh batch of fried chicken katsu. But let me try out their curry sauce. Oh man. Has a nice touch of spiciness. Feels like a homemade dish that you can eat on a cold day and fall right asleep after you're done. Very filling dish. And the portion is pretty big. The only downside, like I mentioned, is the meat. It's been sitting out for too long. So maybe next time you could request for them to cook you a hot one. We also have a couple appetizers that we got. We got the chicken karaage right here. This one looks kind of different from the ones that I tried in Hawaii. The ones over there are like a big chicken piece of thigh meat. This one is like strips, similar to popcorn chicken strips. Look at that nice piece of meat right there. I'm gonna go for the skin. That one is 100 times better than the katsu. This one is really, really moist. Maybe the reason for that is they just came from the fryer a couple minutes ago. Well seasoned and tasty. This one is the shrimp tempura. This one is gigantic. Other places, it's probably half the size of this. This one is a solid piece right here. This would have went well if I had a dipping sauce, but I couldn't find it inside. The piece of shrimp inside is enormous. The only downside is the breading. It's a little cold, but if you had a dipping sauce, this is perfect. And for the last appetizer, we have a calamari, fried calamari. Looks like the same batter as the shrimp tempura. Let's break it in half and see how it looks. It's the ordinary piece of calamari. This one is surprisingly sweet. I don't know if they put a little bit of sugar in here. This one is better than the shrimp one. Okay, I'm gonna go start eating now. See you in a bit. Before we end this video, I just wanted to give my final rating of this restaurant. I believe the portions were really good. I really liked the chicken katsu curry and also the beef bukkake udon. That was a new experience trying out the dipping noodles. It worked really well. It's a real big difference from just having a regular udon soup. I was a little disappointed in the fried calamari. It was a little hard. It's been sitting out for too long. A little bit of rubbery. Next time, ask them to cook you a new batch of it. The chicken karaage was also a highlight of the restaurant visit. Here in the Philippines, it costed around $33 compared to the States where it would cost around $50 to $60. So a really good value if you come over here. My final rating of this restaurant would probably be an 8.2. Really good food. If you're in the area, come check it out at the Green Hills Shopping Center in the Philippines. Till next time, we'll catch you again at a different restaurant. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, hit the notification button, and comment down below. Till next time, bye.